Hello, hello, welcome back to Whiskey with E. I'm Eric, not a whiskey with or without the E today. We are trying rum. So, what we have here is Bundaberg rum. It is the small batch vintage barrel. So, this is out of its core range. Alright, so it is 40% ABV. It is, let's just say, I'll just read off the back for you, alright? Handcrafted by blending the finest Bundaberg rum with the richest 8-year-old reserves matured in 100-year-old port barrels. Small batch vintage barrel has the perfect balance of fruit flavors, rich caramel and oak, perfectly served in a Bundaberg old fashioned. For all you bourbon lovers that love your old fashions, I don't drink cocktails too much, but I'm just going to try this straight. No ice cubes, not mixing. But let's just say here in Australia, they call this Bundy rum. Alright, so Bundy rum is usually served with Coke. I mean, you can do Dark and Stormies or, all these other cocktails. But I'm just going to try it for you like this and give you my thoughts. But straight off the bat, the color, guys. Look at that red hue. That's from these port barrels, alright? So let's see what it does to the Bundy rum. Alright, so Bundaberg rum has its own distinct nose. Like some say rum has a funk, Jamaican rum has a funk. Certain different rums have their own funk, but Bundaberg has a nice sweet kind of note. Some would call it rubbery, the funk aspect. But I'm just curious what the port barrel is doing to it. I already know. I've been sipping this and responsibly. Excuse the lighting. Alrighties, let's just get right into it. On the nose. So yep, as everyone would describe this, it is a honeyed tropical fruit. Freshly roasted coffee and vanilla beans. With a hint of oak spice is how the world would describe this. And it's how I'm describing it to you now. But this is how I'm going to describe it for everyone that doesn't understand those things. So let's just say the nose of the Bundy is there. So you're getting that Bundaberg rum in there, but it's wrapped in all this. It kind of reminds me of a cherry cask finished scotch. So it's sultanery, it's that rich kind of fruity notes, honeyed fruits. You got that caramel there, that vanilla, the vanilla beans. And that oak spice is coming in at the end. But let's just see how it goes on the palate, guys. Cheers, everyone. And like I say, try different things. This isn't the top end. They have the Solera, which is their best release. It's over $170. This coming at $57 at the moment at BWS in Australia. Check it out. It's worth paying that little bit extra just to try Bundaberg rum that has been aged for 8 years in 100-year-old port barrels. If you like cherry cask finished scotches, you're going to like this expression of this rum because you're going to get those notes of that fruity, honeyed, sultanery, grapey notes. But cheers, everyone. That is a nice nose, guys. Alright, let's get right into it. Cheers, everyone. So, this being a rum at 40%, some would look at it, it's a little bit thin, but not thin compared to other terrible rums, alright? There is still a nice coating on this. You get that little bit of a spice hit to begin with, so some may look at that as the bite, or it's just that little tang. then it goes sweet. Then as it dies off, it's like yeah, the notes of the clove and the pepper come through. But as they'll describe this, they would be like this. Sweet, smooth on the palate. Rich notes of creme brulee, toasted almonds, and baked apples, cloves, and pepper. Finishing off. And then it's gone. But that's the danger of it, because it's just so, it's not like a barrel-proof bourbon. Light, bring the light back. It's not like a nice warm barrel-proof bourbon. You have this, it will go down sweet, it will go down lovely, and then all of a sudden you feel like more. So it's a bit dangerous to drink, guys. But let's just say, if you're in Australia and you drink Bundaberg rum with Coke, and you've been thinking of wanting to try things straight without mixing with any soft drinks or not making it into a cocktail, and you thought Bundaberg rum was a little bit rough, like, the standard release, the yellow label, then I really suggest, if you see this, grab it, give it a try, guys. It is really interesting. I enjoy it because I like a port cast finish. I like cherry cast finish scotches. So I like that extra fruity, honeyed note. So I like what it's done to the Bundaberg rum in a whole. It's worked well with it. I mean, the port hasn't overpowered it. You try some things and the port has just overpowered the main spirit. So this, you're still getting that Bundaberg, but it's just wrapped in that sweet honeyed goodness. Yeah, it's nice, guys. Give it a try. Cheers, everyone. But bring up the light. But a little bit hard to pull the trigger on it sometimes. If you're thinking value for money, you want something higher in proof, you know what I mean? But here in Australia, everything is expensive, so there you go. So if you really just wanted to try something reasonable priced, $57, fairly reasonable for an 8-year-old rum. It's interesting. At least it's got a cork. Which, note, guys, this is just a personal disclaimer. When you guys buy this bottle, and that's the timer. Now, when you guys buy this bottle and you rip the aluminium seal around, light, and if you don't do it properly, it'll be jaggedy and sharp. All right, I accidentally cut myself, so just a little note: be careful when you are peeling this off. If you don't get that perfect rip, and it's gonna be jaggedy, it might cut you. Just letting you know. There you go. Thank me later, Bundy rum. I mean, you don't want court cases. People getting sliced opening up the thing. But otherwise, beautiful bottle. Comes in the cork. Lovely. So what can I say? It's a good rum. I mean, give it a try, guys. If you like a rum that's not too overly funked with that terrible bite and ethanol funk, this has its own beautiful notes. Bundaberg rum has its own beautiful character with the port barrel situation. This is just awesome. Give it a try, guys. Much love to you all. Like